Will the froth come out of the washing machine drawer? I'll show you later. Toweling mopper, the blue water mopper and these shiners. That's basically all I use, and this is how I wash them.
I wash my moppers about once a week. That's about one load, and in it I add the sleeves from the T-bars, mop heads if I'm mopping shop doorways, and dust sheets, microfibres. Everything goes in there on a 60-degree wash.
Something that's not really talked about on a lot of the videos people make reviewing window cleaning gear and that, but it's one of those things that if you've got naff moppers, it is an important thing because it makes your day a lot longer. I mean, years ago in the early 90s, we used, when I worked for the big firm, we would just use half t-shirts, cotton t-shirts, but we were happy, didn't know any different then. So use half a mopper to apply solution to the windows. Toweling, that's my favourite. We do a golf club with a big spa, and over the years they've always given us their old toweling,
which we would then cut up to the lengths that we wanted. So this type of toweling just soaks up so much more liquid, and also they last such a long time. So over the years we had friends and family would save old bath towels. Some of your customers would do the same. You go in charity shops and buy old towels. So normally I don't add anything when I wash my moppers, seal cloths. They got so much concentrated washing up liquid from our solution in there. It's ample, but I did add a little bit of powder this time because they really stunk. They've been in my van a week.
So this is why I like the longer toweling mopper. It soaks up so much more water, fluid, suds. So on YouTube, everyone tells you how to be efficient with your blade, etc. No one talks about cleaning the frames. When you work for yourself and you're self-employed, you've got to do the best possible job, which means cleaning the frames. So we've always cleaned the frames. No one ever shows you. So you can have your T-bar in your left hand. You need 3 hands. So I tend to wet all the windows up. The top edge so you get no runs after you left the window. Clean the frames as you go. And if you're doing maintenance cleans, that's all you have to do. You don't have to scrub them. Wipe them down with a good mopper, and that's it. You try and clean it, you try and wipe your frames down after, you're just gonna touch your cloth, your wet cloth, damp cloth on the pane of glass you just cleaned. The other mopper I use a lot, all the time, is these surgical or medical cloths they were called. I got these from from Window Cleaning Centre. I think they're called blue water cloths now. Really, really good. Brilliant for insides. I tend to knock picture frames or ornaments over on the windowsills inside if I got this flapping about and I'm trying to wipe a bit of the frame down or wipe the sill down, whereas these ones are a little bit smaller and you haven't got anything flailing about to knock anything down. And this more or less mops up a 3-bed semi-house, so you don't use obviously anywhere near as much solution on your applicator T-bars than you would outside, so that more or less cleans up anyway. And you've got a couple of dry ones I do use about with a bucket and holster and a pouch, so I've got a few more of these in there, but it's just you can knock so much stuff over with these, much better. And the other ones use what we call shiners. So originally these were amazing for when we done lead light. We're out in the Cotswolds and a lot of the cottages now have lead light windows. So years ago, every day you done some sort of lead light. So in the back of the van, we'd have some paraffin watered down, and we use one of the old t-shirt moppers as the applicator, and you put that on the window, and then you get off most of the dampness with a mopper, and then you'll use these to buff shine the windows. And in all fairness, paraffin, what a dirty, mucky way to work. As soon as I went on my own, stopped using it. It was gross. You stunk of it all day if it was on your hands. But I must admit, it did bring the windows up amazing. So yeah, so nowadays tend to use them. So we still do a lot of like sash windows where you've got 9 panes of glass, of which some of them are like handmade. They got spirals in them, or they're uneven. So you use those to buff those up. Especially if you're doing the insides, you're blading the insides. Obviously on the outside you use your reach wash system. On the inside you buff them up. 12, 16 panes in the front door, use them. So these are tight weave, flat weave I think they're called. This is a Hunger one. This is another make, I don't know what it's called.